Do you like Pokemon? I like Pokemon. I really wish Pokemon were real. Wait a minute. The idea behind this video was pretty simple. Me and my dad were talking while we were in Virginia for my birthday. He was talking about what I need to do to get into the film business, and the thing that I do is compositing. So I take all of the different elements in a given film and put them together to create a single shot. So looking up Lucasfilm's job description, the main thing that they want you to learn is Nuke. And for reasons I'm not going to get into, I cannot learn Nuke. The important thing about Nuke, unlike most compositors, it is node-based compositing, and the other program that I have found that can do something very similar is Blender. I need to learn more about 3D animation. For the most part, I do 2D compositing, and I can do a lot of 2D animation and effects. But as a 3D animation, that is still something I need to learn desperately. First, I started with animating spaceships and asteroids because that was easy. And so the next logical step for 3D animation would be Creature Animation!
Did you hit the record button or did you pick the picture button?
I believe it's recording now.
Oh, okay. We got the blinking red dot.
It's not blinking, but it's on the side.
Is it on the side? Let me take a look.
So obviously Pokemon came to mind. I like to put myself in a box because it allows me to problem solve my way through my creativity rather than to wait till something hits my head. Number one, I need to write a script that would be longer than 3 minutes. On average, 1 page of script usually equates to 1 minute of film. So I decided at least 1 page per Pokemon. Step 2 is I want to bring Pokemon into the real world. I want to put a human being next to a Pokemon, and I need to get this done before the end of May of 2024 because my cousin Nick said he would agree to a Mando in Chief 2 if, and only if, I can produce 2 films within 6 months. And to that I say, challenge accepted.
Now here is a Torterra. Torterra are very paternal creatures to the Pokemon. So what they actually did is that they'll give Pokemon free rides to the nearest water source, and the ancients even thought that they were, god damn it, I forget all my lines, to tell you the truth. I forget what the hell we're doing out here. I don't know why that is asleep, but it is. I'm gonna try that again.
Okay, cut.
Now what Pokemon do we use? Currently, there is a grand total of 1,025 Pokemon. And for the fact that Professor Oak expects me to go and catch them all, you're nuts. Go. And if you've ever seen me with a small budget in the Lego store, you know giving me too many options makes it really hard for me to choose. So I did the most logical thing anybody else would do, which was make my friends pick for me. So I go into the Discord and I post it in the Pokemon chat. Hey, what is your favorite Pokemon? Now my friends actually have what I call class, and they're not gonna pick Pikachu, Charizard, or Eevee. Maybe Gengar. Only 2 people picked Gengar. He was in the script. But Gengar's getting on that list of basic bitch Pokemon. I hate to say it. It's a hill I'm willing to die on. Go play a different Pokemon game. Jesus Christ. Like, there are so many more Pokemon than just those 4. But while I was waiting for my friends to get back to me, I then went and found... Which I'm going to go on a little tangent with Reddit, because Reddit was really infuriating. If you're trying to find people to play video games with or talk about video games or any of those topics, don't go there. Come to my Discord. We're so much more friendlier, and we don't have stupid rules like objective questions cannot be asked. That's dumb. But if you're a hobbyist and like you're into Star Wars Legion 3D printing, go there because those people are actually fairly welcoming and actually will give you tips and tricks and help you with your stuff. But the r/Pokemon chat, good freaking God, guys. I get it. There's a lot of you. There are 4.5 million members of that subreddit. It's really hard to like be a part of your community when everything I ask gets shut down. I have Asperger's. One of the things I was taught socially, like to continue a conversation, you ask open-ended questions. Now, the question may be a little direct, but it's not a yes or no question. It is, what the hell is a down on a Piplup? Down is the second layer of feathers underneath the outer layer of feathers to help keep them warm. Whatever, but part of my question was also, hey, I'm shooting this video, I'm making this video, I think it'll be a lot of fun. Is anybody interested in said video? And for the most part, it actually did develop some conversation, but it still got deleted anyway because it's an objective question. It's mainly an issue with the moderators and who defines what as an objective question, because I've taken English, okay? I aced it every year that I had it. I've never heard of an objective question. So the combination of what I was able to get out of Reddit and with my friends on Discord, we were able to collect 10 Pokemon.
3, 2, 1, action.
Right, now over right here behind me is a Mercago. Mercago can, what do they do?
Costume was actually old clothes that we had lying around that my buddy Robbie ended up tailoring to me. So thank you, Robbie. That was very nice of you. You didn't need to do that, but you did. Thank you. The bag, on the other hand, which is now my Dungeons and Dragons bag, was an Amazon purchase and was probably the most expensive part of the build. I think it was like 60-something bucks. It was ridiculous, but I digress. 3D printed the Pokeball, and then we have a CG Pokeball in one of the shots, and it turns into the 3D printed Pokeball that I pick up later. Originally, we were going to shoot on location. I wanted to travel around so we could do it and bring Pokemon to the real world. I could not figure out how to do the tracking at all. Like, I don't know what my problem is. I think that is going to be the basis of my next film. We ended up doing the tripod and green screen again, which honestly worked out pretty well. I will say, when you are shooting on the green screen, make the floor green too. It'll make your life easier. We didn't do that. I tried keeping in the grass. I used this white piece of wood, and I was like, oh, I'll just rotoscope it anyway. And oh my lord, that was so infuriating. We did a full body shot, and then I would scale it up or down depending on what the shot needed. And the computer, and I'll say before I go into any of the crazy VFX, everything that I did you can learn off of YouTube. I have a playlist of all the tutorials that I watched specifically for this project. How to use the textures of the eyes, how to animate the Pokemon, how to add an armature. That Pokemon stuff is going to be in a playlist, and I'll have a link in the description. So if you want to make a Pokemon film with CGI Pokemon, and I would love to see it, go watch those tutorials. Yeah, and then if you make a video, post it in our Pokemon chat in the Discord. I would love to watch it. I think these are really cool, and I want to see what everybody comes up with.
3, 2, 1, action.
Alright. Now over here behind us is a Whirlipede. Now Whirlipede can roll up to 65 miles an hour. Now hold on, I need to talk about the poison spikes first, because that's the most dangerous part. The most dangerous part about a Whirlipede is it's... No, wait, no, it's not the right one. I'm gonna have you solve this from scratch. I got the right information, I just f***ed up on the delivery.
The pipeline VFX-wise was really simple. We got our models off the modelresource.com, and it was a matter of just importing the Pokemon, building out the scene, building out the environment. I got HDRIs from Footage Crate. Most of my assets in this film came from Footage Crate. Once those shots were rendered, I would go into Hit Film and do my compositing. So I used the chroma key effect. I did have to do a lot of cleanup in some areas, but not too much. Hit Film's green screen effect is actually really, really good. It's better than Final Cut Pro's for sure. The next thing I did was I put in a grade effect over all of it and added a camera shake, and I added lens dirt. That way, when certain bright things happen, the lens reacts to the shaking and everything, and it looks a little bit more real. It definitely looks fake, mainly because of just like a lot of the models. Like a lot of the models you could tell are from like, I could tell you in the Jolteon scene, the power plant behind me is actually from Pokemon Heart Gold. It is from that game. The chain link fence is from Metal Gear Solid. The tall grass with the Luxray is from Dark Souls. Like, it is a whole, like, everything is from everywhere. The grass in the forest when you get to Whirlipede, that's actually for We Play. The big boulders on the beach with Piplup, those are from Link's Awakening. A lot of different models and stuff, but it was a lot of fun making the backgrounds. And then there was the voice acting, which I voice acted all of the Pokemon and probably butchered them all. And then I put in music, and pretty much that's it.
3, 2, 1, action.
I would say this video was hard. This video was a hard one. I've been dealing with a lot behind the scenes I'm not going to get into, but it was definitely a trek and a journey to get this film done. We shot this back in like early December, and here we are. It is April 28th at the time of this recording. I had friends push me through. I had family push me through. At one point, I was just live streaming myself animating because I was just like, hey, you know what? This is a good way to get the, people on board and showing what we do, all that stuff. And random people would come in and they would cheer me on. Hell, even my friend's mom came in and cheered me on and was being a part of it. So thank you, Mrs. Mia's mom. That was really nice of you. You didn't have to do that, but you did anyway. So thank you. But it's finally done. So if you want to support us, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Consider possibly joining our Patreon. Our Patreon members are going to get, especially from this film, It's going to be uncensored, so you get to see all of the blood stock footage that I used for people getting mutilated. You're going to be able to get the script so you can see what Pokemon were cut from this due to either budget or time constraints, and maybe push for a sequel if you want it. Or if you're a person that's like, I want something in my hands to be more tangible, we have a Redbubble, and that we have a movie poster that will be ready and available at the time this video goes out. So if you want to check out our posters and stickers and stuff like that, you can go check out our Redbubble, and all the money goes right back into these projects. So if you like what we do here and you want to see us do more of it, by all means, come check us out, help support us, and go make a movie.